Zigy presents Scotland road trip from Glasgow to the edge of the Highlands. Buckle up, it's wet, wild and weirdly scenic. Alright folks, welcome to Glasgow, where the beer is strong, accent is stronger and the weather is, well, enthusiastic. We're kicking off this episode in English, which is a rare thing on this channel. But hey, we're in the UK now, so it only feels appropriate. So please, excuse my questionable grammar and charmingly Eastern European accent. And for my Czech-speaking fans out there, no worries, I've got you covered with subtitles. What better way to start this trip than with a national treasure? No, not the crown jewels. I'm talking fish and chips. The UK's answer to fine dining, featuring crunchy cod and fries that have absorbed more vinegar than a pickle. Wow, I'm speechless. I'm gonna take you for a ride in this beautiful Jeep. Okay, first complication. The shift lever is on the wrong side of the driver's seat. And the steering wheel too. This is gonna be really interesting. Wish me luck. Or wish the sheep luck. I head northwest to Glencoe, an ancient volcanic valley and home to the Three Sisters. They go something like Ben Fada, Gear Unach and Unach Du. They're not peaks, but three ridges going down from Bedianambian, the highest mountain in Glencoe. And yes, I'm climbing it. The way followed the river full of waterfalls. It was really busy. Hikers here, hikers there. But why is it so crowded? I tell you why. On the way up lies an old secret. Though not so secret anymore. The Hidden Valley. Legend has it the McDonald's used this place for, let's say, unlicensed livestock relocation. Apparently, this valley was used by Highlanders to hide stolen cattle. Which makes me feel oddly connected to them, because I too would steal a cow if it meant I could avoid supermarket prices. Leaving the Hidden Valley behind, I climb upward. The higher I get, the fewer people and the more mysterious the mist. Those peaks vanish into clouds, but up I go. I reach the Bielach Pass and head straight into the fog toward the summit of Bedianavbian. It's a 12-kilometer trek. 1200 meters up, and it took a solid 6 hours through some rough terrain. Sure, it was tough, but when the clouds break, those views are pure magic. See that? That's where Hagrid's hut stood until the landlord raised the rent. Ever since I saw the first Highlander movie, I knew one day I had to come here. Not for the sword fights, not for the immortality, but for the hair. The windswept, slow-mo, dramatic, cape-flapping kind of hair. And here I am in the Scottish Highlands, where the landscapes are ancient, the lochs are mysterious, and the midges are somehow classified as emotional trauma. Gotcha! Okay, let's move on. After this stunning hike, I head further northwest to the beautiful coastal town of Gairloch to spend a few days in quiet but immensely beautiful village of South Arradale. Leave me alone! Scotland's most efficient airborne unit isn't the Air Force, it's the Highland Midge. I guarantee you, one cloud of these guys and you will understand why Highland warriors were always so angry. The Highland Midge is Scotland's tiny cousin of the mosquito. It's small, just 1 to 2 millimeters in size, but equally bloodthirsty. And it travels in swarms and is the nightmare of summer in the Highlands. The west coast of the Highlands is a true gem, though judging by the shipwrecks, it's not the friendliest shoreline. Just a short walk from South Arradale is the Redpoint Beach, where I'm hoping to catch a glimpse of some wild seals. This place is so empty, it's suspicious. Like, what do the seals know that I don't? I take time to wander the cliffs and trails along the coast, spotting wildlife left and right. Finally, there they are. Look at them seals. My next mission, a one-day road trip to the Isle of Skye, but first, warm-up castle. Lucky me, I caught it early in the morning, before the buses rolled in. In the 1700s, this place was a battlefield. In the 2000s, it's a battlefield for influencers fighting for the perfect angle. Welcome to Eilean Donan Castle, rebooted, rebuilt and ready for your reels. Yes, the castle was blown up in 1719, rebuilt 2 centuries later and starred in more movies than most B-list actors. Think Highlander, Rob Roy and even James Bond. Basically, it's Hollywood with bagpipes. From here, I continue to the Isle of Skye, once an island, now tethered to the mainland by a bridge. On the way, I pause at the Colley and Mackenzie Memorial, a tribute to the pioneering climbers who mapped routes through Scotland's wildest peaks.
Respectful.
But no stop on Skye is as famous as the Old Man of Storr. The car park is overflowing. Dozens of hikers stream up the path, even in heavy rain and thick fog, proving that no weather forecast can scare away a determined tourist. This might be one of the most photographed wrecks in Scotland. And honestly, he's earned it. He's been standing here longer than anyone else. Legend has it, the Old Man of Storr was a giant who fell asleep here. Okay, let's move on. Our next stop, Dunvegan Castle. Let's check it out. The gardens bloom with color, and walking through them is pure joy. The halls echo with centuries of clan history. It's been the seat of Clan MacLeod for over 800 years, and the family still lives there today. But I came here for the seals. The castle overlooks Loch Dunvegan, home to one of the largest seal colonies in Scotland, about 200 seals. A former Navy sailor takes me out by boat, and it's an unforgettable ride. I think I found my spirit animal. It's lazy, it's fat, and only moves if necessary. I continue my journey north, chasing the very top of Scotland. On the way, I pull over at the Blackwater River and take a short trail around the 2 bridges. I start by crossing the Silver Bridge. Then, I go 1 mile downstream along the bank. The water below is striking, so dark it almost looks unreal. Then, I cross Wade's Bridge and head back upstream along the other bank. The water may look like liquid sewage, but it's actually clean. It's just heavily infused with Scottish version of tea, peat juice. The Highland rains wash peat from the hills into the streams like this one, staining the water deep brown. It's nature's dye, harmless, and part of what makes the landscape so unique. While I was away, my car got a visitor, Duck G, roaming with Russia. Someone left this cute little duck on the hood of my car. Either it's a gift or the ducks have chosen me. Quack, 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 quack. Back on the road, I reach the east coast, a bit less romantic, with oil rigs bobbing in the sea like giant metallic flamingos. Yet just up the road, Fort Rose offers a contrast. Pretty streets and stone buildings that look like they've stepped straight out of fairy tale. So I tried the phone booth, hoping it might take me to the Ministry of Magic. But it was just a regular phone booth nobody used since 90s. And that theme continues in Rosemarkie, where a trail leads to the fairy Glen. It's a place of moss, ferns, and waterfalls. Honestly, it's like someone cranked the enchanted forest filter up to maximum. Locals believe it's, well, a fairy territory. So please, If you visit, be respectful and don't steal any stones. Seriously. And from here, it's back on the road, north to Czech, as far as Scotland will let me go. The road offers plenty of stops, like the Whaligoe Steps, over 300 stairs carved into a cliff. Back in the day, fisherwomen carried baskets of herring up here. Me, I struggled carrying just my camera. Near the stairs, I discovered the "Hello, many stains!" Wow! Archaeologists think it was a ritual site. Personally, I think it was Scotland's first attempt at crowd control. And finally, Wick, or should I say Wag, like the locals do, a town with salt in its veins. Once the busiest herring port in the world, ships crowded the harbor and barrels of fish sailed out daily. Today, the legacy lives on in its whisky, Old Putney, known as the Maritime Malt. Exploring the streets, I came across a record holder, the world's shortest street. Blink and you'll miss it. I just walked it by accident. For dinner, I joined locals at Vickers World, where seafood is fresher than my jokes. The town is charming, but the coastline steals the show. Broken castle walls clinging to cliffs, like they refuse to admit the party's over. Below them, long stretches of sand, so empty they almost feel private. And then, of course, the wild seals, lying around like they own the place. Well, actually they do. Trust me, it's worth the walk. In search of some proper Highland culture, I make my way to the Cams Bar, the oldest pub in Wick and a favorite haunt for locals and travelers alike. Night falls and the pub delivers whiskey, cider, new friends and a kilt made out of my shirt. The only thing missing? My hat, but don't worry, it's safe, on the toilet. Meanwhile, let me present you the Harper Cayley Band. They are playing so well, I don't even think of leaving, and I had to stay to the very end. The next day, only one thing can follow such a night, a pilgrimage to Old Pulteney Distillery. No way I was leaving without one. I tasted it yesterday and now it's mine. This isn't just whiskey, it's liquid heritage, and I rescued it from the store shelf. From here, the only way is north, to the very end of the road. It ends in John O'Groats, where, thanks to my luck, the Scottish games are on. And even the King Charles is here. This is the end of Britain, literally. The road runs into the sea and tells you, good luck swimming. I wandered the coastline, watched cliffs falling into the sea, dodged sheep, tried to look majestic. And on these rare occasions, even the sun is shining. But one last step remained. Dunvegan, the true northern tip. The seabirds wheeled above. The lighthouse stood tall. This is it, the top of the map. I came, I froze, I conquered. And it's the middle of summer. Now let's get some tea. That's it, folks. I came for the views, stayed for the whiskey, and left with 37 midge bites, 1 saggy sack, and absolutely no regrets. Cheers! The sheep, however, gave me a standing ovation. Or at least they stared. Same thing.